Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well as well as teach well. And also peace and salutation to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And the title of this video is going to be Mark the Perfect Man. Alright, Mark the Perfect Man. Alright, which is inspired by the book of Psalms 37 and verse 37, as you see I already have on the screen. Alright, this is Psalms chapter 37, verse 37. It says, Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. Okay, and who is the perfect man that is speaking of? The elect. The elect men, women, and children of the nation of Israel. Okay, was Lord willing I be of that number? All right, because we that have woken up to this truth, that have been called to this truth, seeking to be chosen, and making our election and making our calling and election sure. All right, we're beholding the uprightness of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, and walking upright to the best of our ability as well. Keeping the laws to the best of our ability. Okay, understanding the scriptures, going out preaching and prophesying. All right, being brotherly, doing charity. Okay, doing the necessary will of the Lord that we must do. In His grace period, to be worthy of being delivered. Okay, we're beholding the uprightness of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, and walking uprightly to the best of our ability. Okay, to be perfect. To be found perfect as, a perfect bride, a perfect virgin in the eyes of Yahweh B'Shem Shai upon the return of Yahweh Shai. Okay, let's look up this word, perfect. All right, the word perfect, Strong's H8535 says thumb, and it says perfect, complete. It says one who lacks nothing in physical strength, beauty, etc. Says sound, wholesome. All right. Then it says on the definition C, it says complete, morally innocent, having integrity. All right. One who is morally and ethically pure. All right. So one who is morally innocent, having integrity. All right, and that's what the elect are doing in these latter days. Being morally innocent. Okay, being found perfect. Okay, perfect according to the what? Perfect according to the law. Do we keep the law perfectly on the side? No. All right. We know and understand that we can't be perfect according to the law, according to that first covenant standard. All right, nor is it required of us to be perfect according to the law, according to that first covenant standard, because one, we're not under the first covenant. We broke that covenant a long time ago, during the time of our forefathers. All right, and ultimately, through the blood and the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, we have a grace period. We have a grace period to now. Okay, we're perfect by walking in the Spirit, which fulfills the law. Okay, walking in the Spirit, being brotherly, being built up on our most holy faith continually. All right, preaching His word, understanding what the will of the Lord is. Okay, those are the ways that we make ourselves perfect, through the Spirit. Okay, and we know according to the story that as the elect is going to be found morally innocent and having integrity. Okay, because as the scripture speaks about, the elect are going to be found without fault, without guile in their mouths. All right, without deceit. That's only the elect. All right, let's get a couple scriptures. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16 says all scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High All right, meaning what? All scriptures are inspired by Yahweh Shema Shai, right? All scriptures, okay? Old Testament, New Testament, Apocrypha included, okay? And it says, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. All right, verse 17, that the man of Yahweh, which is what? The elect man, woman, and child of the nation of Israel. It says that the man of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. So you see that? So through this word, us taking heed to this word that's inspired by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, okay, understanding the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, receiving the reproof in the correction and the instructions of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai according to the scriptures, by taking heed to all these things, it makes us perfect, okay, thoroughly furnished unto all good works, the works that we do in this grace period, okay, as long as we, walk according to the Spirit and do everything according to the scriptures to the best of our ability, all right, these things are what's going to make us found perfect by the time Yahweh Shah comes back, all right, and also, this is Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. All right, let's read that in the NLT. Romans 12 and 2 in the NLT. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world. All right, yeah, because what is the behavior and the customs of this world? Ultimately, rebellion against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and following the ways of Esau, Edom, and his beast system, which is all about what? Blaspheming the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, blaspheming the tabernacle of the Lord, okay, blaspheming them that dwell in the heavens, blaspheming his elect, starting with the 144,000. That's the behavior and the customs and the vibration of this world. So, as the Apostle Paul is exhorting us right here, don't copy the ways of this world. Okay, don't follow the rebellion of this world. All right, because ultimately we're called to the truth to be obedient to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, to put off the ways of rebellion and put on the ways of obedience. All right, so it says Romans 12 and 2 in the NLT. Don't copy the behavior of the customs and customs of this world, but let Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know the Most High Yahweh's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. You see that? So a major part of perfection as well comes through the renewing of our mindset, because you can call yourself getting to the scriptures, wanting to learn the scriptures and learn prophecy and things like that, but then there's also a thing of actually taking heed to what you're reading of and learning in the scriptures, and one way to do that is by renewing your mind, understanding ancient customs and ancient ancient lifestyles, the Eastern way of thinking. All right, because that's a major way of renewing your mind in this truth, understanding the ancient paths, the ancient Eastern way of our forefathers. All right, and coming out of the mindset of this westernized, Americanized Greco-Roman mindset, which is ultimately predicated on what? Rebellion against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So the renewing of our mind by taking heed to this word is also what makes us perfect. All right, and also let me get this. This is Luke chapter 6 verse 40. This Yahushua speaking. The disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master. So it's Yahushua telling this to his disciples, which also applies to us that's of the hopeful elect here in these outer days as well. we're not above our master, Yahweh Shai. Okay? But, each and every one of us as being made perfect according to the word, according to the renewing of our mind, shall be as our master, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Conforming to the image of Yahweh Shai, like it tells you in Romans 8. Okay? Being obedient, just like Yahweh Shai was obedient. All right? Even unto death, as the scripture speaks about. Yahweh Shai was obedient even unto death. Okay? And of course, Yahweh Shai suffered for righteousness' sake. All right? And likewise, we that's of the hopeful elect, we're going to suffer for righteousness' sake, just like Yahweh Shai. All right? 1 Peter, the fourth chapter goes into that. All right? So, getting into the scriptures, learning the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, and as well taking heed to the scriptures, renewing our mind and suffering for what we're, taking heed of to the scriptures are the things that makes us be found perfect in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai. So when we go back to Psalms 37, Psalms 37, verse 37, mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. So, as long as we're doing, we this of the hopeful elect, as long as we're doing what we need to do to be found perfect in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai, as it just said, the Lord is going to mark us. Now, this word mark in Psalms 37, verse 37, as soon as it comes up. All right. This is Strong's H8104, Shamar, and it says, to keep, guard, observe, give heed, to keep, have charge of, to keep, guard, keep watch, and ward, protect, save life. All right. And it goes more into it. But, that's pretty much the point. So as long, we that have been called to this truth, seeking to be chosen and making our calling and election sure, all right, trying to be perfect, right? The Lord is going to guard over us, to watch over us and ultimately protect us and save our lives. All right, that's how the Lord is going to mark us, by protecting us ultimately. And of course, what's going to be the main badge, so to speak, that the Lord is going to put upon His elect for us to be protected. All right, Ezekiel 9:4, which says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the streets, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, which are the Israelites, okay, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Yeah, so, as we always bring out, the Lord's going to set a mark upon the foreheads of the men, women, and children of our nation that are sighing and crying against all these abominations and wickedness and rebellion that's going on in the earth. All right? As we're trying to separate from all these abominations and wickedness and trying to be perfect. Okay? So the Lord's going to set a mark upon us. All right? Was that word mark, as we always bring out in Ezekiel 9:4, Strong's H8420, the and it says desire, mark, and then it says mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. Okay? So the Lord is going to ultimately mark the elect, which are going to be found perfect, all right, and exempt them from the judgments, written throughout the scriptures. Okay, the famine, the pestilence, the plagues, destruction, the sword, the missiles. All right, the elect are going to be protected from all these things and ultimately delivered and saved from all these things. Okay, and ultimately, what is that mark going to be? Okay, what is that mark that the Lord is going to set upon His elect to protect us? Lord willing, I'm of that number. This is Revelation 12, Revelation 12 verse 11, it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. See that? So the blood of the Lamb, Yahushua, is that mark, that tawah, okay, that the Lord is going to set upon his elect, all right, to overcome all these calamities that the Lord is getting ready to bring upon the society, and as well to overcome this beast system, its image, in its left hand mark, which is what the MOTB, the charagma, which is the micro C hip. You see, it says again, Revelation 12 verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Okay, so the blood of the Lamb, Yahushua, is that ultimate tawah, that the Lord's going to use to shamar his elect. Okay, mark his elect, as we read in Psalms 37 verse 37. All right. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, Ma'ashem Yahushai, and there shall no torment touch them. All right. So the souls, all the souls of the elect, as the scripture speaks about, the Lord knoweth them that are his. All right. All the souls of the elect are in the hands, meaning what? In the control of Yahweh Shemashai. All right. And as long as we continue to do right, as it said, no torment shall touch them. Now, of course, we know that, because like I mentioned earlier, we're going to, just as Yahushua suffered, just as the Master suffered, we're going to have to suffer, as well, for righteousness' sake. The scripture speaks about in Revelation, we shall have tribulation 10 days. Okay. But be thou faithful unto death. So we know that we're going to have to go through particular torments and particular, losing comforts and luxuries, all to gain Yahweh Shemashai's sake. But ultimately, the Lord is going to make sure that his elect don't fall victim to all these temptations and torments and tribulation that we're going to have to go through. Because why? As it just said, our souls are in the hand or in the control of Yahweh Shemashai. All right. And as it says further down in this chapter, Wisdom of Solomon 3 verse 9, they that put their trust in him, in Yahweh Shemashai, shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints. Okay, which we know the saints is the nation of Israel as a whole, pursuant to Psalms 148 and 14. But here in these latter days, in this grace period, the saints is fulfilled in the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, those that the Lord is going to sanctify and consecrate. All right, and be and make holy here in these latter days. All right, all through the blood of Mashiach Yahushua. Says, for grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. You see, he hath care for his elect. That's why the Lord is going to guard and protect his elect, ultimately with the blood of his begotten Son, because the Lord has care for his elect. Which Lord will not be of that number. We're going to be the first fruits, to overcome death under Yahushua, to overcome this beast system and his image and his charagma under Yahushua. All right, to enter into the new bodies and in a new covenant under Yahushua. All right, and be the first fruits to enter into the kingdom under Yahushua. The Lord has all these things prepared for his elect, those who he's going to protect. All right. So that's pretty much all I had on that. So Lord willing, this video is edifying. And until next time, Shalom.